This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Broken wrist among injuries to cops in fatal tussle with a St. Elizabeth wanted man. Two policemen who were involved in a tussle with a now-deceased wanted man in Nain, St. Elizabeth on Sunday are being treated for various injuries, including a broken wrist. The Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force has issued a statement on the incident, which ended in the death of 25-year-old Twin Morrison, otherwise called the Wasp, of Stephen Run District in Nain. Several videos of the incident have emerged online. Reports from the Junction Police are that about 3 p.m., a police team responded to a call for assistance with a domestic dispute in the community. Morrison had allegedly assaulted relatives with an illegal firearm and made threats to kill them, the police statement said. It added that while the police were trying to make the arrest, Morrison resisted and reportedly attempted to disarm one of the cops. The police discharged their weapon and Morrison was hit. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Both policemen are receiving treatment for multiple injuries sustained during the altercation, including a broken wrist and several bite wounds inflicted by the now-deceased, the police said. Earlier, head of Police Area 3 in which St. Elizabeth falls, Assistant Commissioner Glenford Miller, said the police were forced to ditch the handcuff protocol because of the man's behavior. He would have actually been given some warning by the police, he said of reports he received. The police were trying to handcuff him from behind because that is a standard procedure for police, but because of his resistance, he was actually handcuffed in front of him. "Unuh Haffi kill me," Morrison said as the cops tried to push him into a service vehicle. A woman was also heard telling him to behave yourself. Another said, "What you a fight them for?" The Independent Commission of Investigations and the Inspectorate and the Professional Standards Oversight Bureau of the JCF are investigating. Morrison was wanted for the July 12 murder of Tyrone Cocos Morgan. He was also previously charged by the St. Elizabeth Police in connection with 3 robberies across the division. 6-year prison sentence for woman accused of dosing man with acid. A judge in the St. Catharines Circuit Court sentenced a 42-year-old woman to 6 years imprisonment after she pleaded guilty to throwing acid on a man. Justice Bertram Morrison imposed the sentence on October 21 and said that the attack was adjudged to be unprovoked and premeditated. "You went to the complainant's home with the acid. It was as if you wanted to really hurt him. It was a cruel act, and the community reporter said that you are dangerous and is not wanted there," Morrison said. The accused was informed that despite the Criminal Justice Administration Act, which points out that there may be a reduction in the sentence, it is still up to the judge's discretion. The accused was told that having spent 16 months in jail, she benefited from a reduction or the sentence would have been longer. The facts are that at about 11 a.m. on September 15, 2018, the complainant was at home in Greater Portmore, St. Catherine, when the accused, with whom he shared a relationship, entered the house. She promised to give him something special but insisted that he be tied up. The victim agreed to be blindfolded and she coaxed him to lay on his back. She then poured sulfuric acid in his mouth, which he spat out. The complainant tried to escape, but the accused kept splashing him with acid. He fell and the accused emptied the bottle on his back. He was hospitalized and treated for acid burn. She was subsequently arrested and charged with assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. Warmington to tour Central St. Mary to assess poor road conditions. Minister with responsibility for works Everald Warmington is expected to tour sections of St. Mary on November 9, following 2 days of protest by residents over poor road conditions in the parish. Subsequently, meetings were held with residents, the police, the National Works Agency, taxi drivers, National Water Commission, and political representatives, including Member of Parliament for Central St. Mary, Dr. Maurice Guy. "Them terrible man," Guy told the news on Saturday when asked about road conditions in his constituency. "Communication is not as positive as I would like it to be, but there has been some dialogue. and some commitment to do something to ameliorate some of the conditions that exist. Minister Warmington will be touring subsequently. He is going to be seeing the conditions. Residents protested last Tuesday and Wednesday against the poor road conditions, blocking several roadways with debris and forcing commuters to walk long distances while causing some students to miss school. Acting Commandant for the St. Mary Police Deputy Superintendent Kevin Francis said a meeting was held on Friday evening at the Horace Clark High School in Islington to discuss the issues surrounding road conditions and the demonstrations. He said that among other things, persons were reminded that they can protest peacefully but are not allowed to obstruct traffic or prevent law-abiding citizens from going about their business. The lawman said the persons left the meeting satisfied with the outcome from the discussions. Fire destroys 2 houses in St. Thomas, leaving 12 homeless. 12 persons from 2 families were left homeless on Saturday after fire destroyed 2 board houses in a yard in St. Thomas. Among the homeless are 6 children, including an 18-month-old. According to reports reaching the news, the fire started sometime before 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon in one of the 2 houses located at the Stewart Field in Seafort. The fire department was called and 1 unit from the Morant Bay Fire Station responded. On their arrival, the firefighters only managed to carry out a cooling down operation as both houses had already been destroyed by the time they arrived. The cause of the fire is yet to be determined. Occupants of the house were not at home when the fire started. Both families reportedly lost everything. Brothers who perished in Westmoreland house fire laid to rest. The 3 boys who died in a fire in Westmoreland in September were buried earlier yesterday. Scores of mourners gathered at the Footprints Seventh-day Adventist Church to say goodbye to 8-year-old Adriana Leng and his twin brothers Jordan and Jaden Leng, who were 7. Their father, Adrian Leng, expressed his sadness and explained how he has been coping with the loss. He says processing the death of his 3 sons has been hard and he has cried a lot since the incident.
You know, it's a very sad day for me, but basically now I'm just processing it in a different way. You know, different way. It's a hard process for me, but I take it away how me can deal with it. You know, how me can deal with it, that's how me I deal with it. I cry a lot, miss them a lot. Trust me, I cry in my own space. I cry in a crowd, I cry in my own space.
His daughter, 13-year-old Adriana Leng, who suffered life-threatening burns in the same fire, is in the United States where she is undergoing extensive medical care with the help of the San Myrna Foundation. Stephen Joseph's project manager for the San Myrna Foundation gave an update on her progress thus far. Mr. Joseph says after 39 days in the ICU, Adriana is responding favorably to treatment and she is up there speaking her Creole. Minister Williams is shocked and horrified by machete attack on school principal. Minister of Education and Youth Favour Williams says she was shocked and horrified by reports that the principal of the retirement primary school in St. Elizabeth, Anne-Marie Terrelong, was attacked and chopped in the head by a machete-wielding man last Friday. At the same time, Williams is urging school administrators and the security personnel to be vigilant and exercise caution when dealing with unauthorized persons on their campuses. In a statement Sunday evening, Williams noted that it is alleged that the man entered the premises with a machete in hand, and when ordered to leave, he refused. The principal, who also attempted to get him to leave the premises, was attacked and chopped in the head, Williams said. Terrelong had to seek medical attention, and the news reported that students who witnessed the event were traumatized, with one reportedly fainting at the sight of blood. I pray that Principal Terrelong will recover quickly. This attack on a member of the school community is highly distressing. We want our schools to be safe environments for students, teachers, and the support staff, and this reprehensible attack undermines all the efforts being made to create safe spaces for the school community, Williams said. At the same time, I am urging school staff to exercise caution when confronting unauthorized persons who have entered your campuses. You do not know their state of mind or the extent to which they may be armed. It is better to summon the help of the security forces, she advised. In the meantime, the ministry's counseling services have been offered to staff and the students who were traumatized by the attack. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.